They'd be good at that.
So what you called out is
I hope that you, I suppose, enjoy the commemoration. I hope that you learn something, and I hope that the Republican values that Liam Lynch had and died for will be foremost in your mind when you leave here today. Just to say a couple of bits, obviously Liam Lynch was born in Anglesborough and in County Limerick, which Eddie O'Sullivan won't let us forget, of course. We have an affinity with Liam Lynch in this area because, as you can see behind me, it's the beautiful round tower that was restored recently. It was restored on the basis of, and solely on the work of, the Tipperary Republican Commemoration Committee. That lightning conductor that you can see on top was fully restored. The windows, the sills, they were all carried out and restored, voluntary. It was a really a massive amount of work, and we really appreciate everybody that gave the time to do it. I suppose on that basis, I suppose I have to say a massive thank you to the Tipperary Republican Commemoration Committee for making this possible today, for doing the works, and especially to the Fogarty family and all the volunteers from the Cashel area that gave their time. I think they deserve a round of applause, and thank you very much, lads, for the work you did. I suppose when we're commemorating, we have to also reflect. There's many people here that we loved and we've lost, and there's a couple of special people I'd like to mention. Obviously Nellie Ryan from Dominic Street in Cashel, the late partner of Marcus Fogarty. We remember her today. Helen Walsh, partner of and wife of the immortal Liam Walsh from Carrick-on-Shore. We remember her today. I'm absolutely delighted to say the members of the Lonergan family are here. So Martin Lonergan, incredible stuff, and thank you so much for being here, lads. We're so happy to have you. Liam Simpson, who died obviously during the year, would have gave great time to the monument, and also I suppose we're also happy to be in the presence of the Italian Defence Forces veteran Francesco Morelli from Cashel. So Francesco, very welcome to you, sir, and thank you very much for being here. So the commemoration obviously is about the life of Liam Lynch, the sacrifice that he did, I suppose he died for an Irish Republic. So obviously the first part of that would be a wreath laying ceremony, which will take place currently, and a lament played by our piper. So I'd like to call on David Dunn, and I'd like to call on Eddie Sullivan to lay the wreaths at the base of the monument, please. Mágad Carta. I'd now like to call on Mr. Jerry Mitchell to read the Proclamation of the Irish Republic from 1916. Let it hold.
Public Nahéireann, Provisional Government of the Irish Republic, to the people of Ireland, Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which he receives our old tradition of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisations, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army, having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment and, supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years, they have asserted it in arms, standing on that fundamental right, and again asserting it in arms in the face of the world. We hereby proclaim the Irish public as a sovereign, independent state, and we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, of its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to, and hereby claims, the allegiance of every Irishman and every Irish woman. The Republic guarantees the religious and civil liberty, equal rights and equal opportunity to all its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and all of its parts, cherishing all the children of the nation equally, and oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government, which have divided a minority from the majority in the past. Until our arms have brought the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government, representative of the whole people of Ireland, and elected by the suffrages of all our men and women, the provisional government hereby constituted will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic in trust for the people. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms, and we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonour it by cowardice, inhumanity or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valour and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it is called. Signed on behalf of the Provisional Government, Thomas J. Clarke, Sean McDermott, P.H. Pearce, James Conley, Thomas McDonough, Eamon Cant, Joseph Plunkett.
Jerry. I'd like to call on Cathal O'Hannon now, who will read 2 letters, I believe. One written by the General Liam Lynch himself, and one written by Ernie.
Irish Republican Army, Field General Headquarters. Hopes to see Father Tom soon before he leaves Ireland for Australia. The disaster of this war is sinking to my very bones when I count the loss of Irish manhood and the general havoc of civil war. The IRA have now been hopelessly let down by their former comrades and leaders. They have stooped to lower methods than the British, including murder gangs and vile propaganda. Who could have dreamt that all our hopes could be so blighted? Signed, General Liam Lynch. A letter from Ernie O'Malley to a comrade dead. Dear comrade, you are a living force and are now a battle cry on our long roll. To nervous when our hearts grow faint, the thought of the long odds, thorny path which still confronts us. You, who in life have shown us how to live and have now taught us how to die, teach us still. We, the children of unbeaten hope, who have often lacked courage and strength to further the cause of our endeavour, a nation free.
As I gaze out my window and I see the mist come down, I think about that April day on the slopes of Knockmill Down, when a shot rang out across the hills, his comrades gathered round. Everything seemed so still when Liam fell to the ground. They made a stretcher with their guns and they carried him down the track. He was one of Ireland's bravest sons, and they would not turn their backs. But Janet and Lan was caught, and they carried him nice and slow. But the bleeding it proved to be too much, and they got him down below. Well, I never will forget that day in 1923, when Liam Lynch and his comrades, the staters, had to flee. And I never will forget the day that General Liam fell. I think history has proven that part of Ireland died as well. 'Twas in the local public house that on the couch he lay. Father Bradley, he anointed him, and his friends began to pray. It's with sorrow that I have to say, he died in old Clonmel. I think history has proven that part of Ireland died as well. Well, General Liam, you are gone, but your memory is held so dear. And we gather to remember you in April of each year. And we think of all of Erin's brave who died so selflessly. And we hope that maybe someday that our island will be free. Well, I never will forget that day in 1923, when Liam Lynch and his comrades, the staters, had to flee. And I never will forget the day that General Liam fell. For if truth be known, a little part of all of us died as well.
But I thank you all for coming today. We really do appreciate it, and it's such a fantastic turnout from young and old to be here today, so it's absolutely brilliant. I just like to, I suppose, start with a few thanks. I'll thank the crowd, because without the crowd, we're nothing without the people that support us and keep this memory alive. So thank you, one and all. Thank you so much for coming up this mountain. The road isn't great, but by God, you traversed it fairly okay. So thank you very much. To the Tipperary Republican Commemoration Committee for today, for the Colour Party, for our Piper, for all the speakers, for Dr. O'Murraku, for absolutely everybody that made today possible. Thank you so much, and could you give them a round of applause, please? point, I wish to extend an invitation. There will be sandwiches, teas, coffees in the Glenview Lounge in Gordonbridge. They'll be provided when we come down from the mountain. So if anybody would like, it's an open invitation. Please call in, have a chat with us. We'd be more than happy to meet with you. A couple of bits before we finish up. For me, this is about remembering history. But like Dr. Muraku would said in his speech, it's about following the path that's been laid to us. So the Proclamation of 1916 sets out the ownership of Ireland for the people of Ireland. The most important thing is that a government and governments are ruled with one thing in mind: the best interests of the Irish people, the best interests of our poor, the best interests of each and every one of you standing here today, the middle and working classes, not for corporate elites, not for big business. It's for the Irish people. And that's my republicanism, and that's my socialism, and that's the socialism that's here between each and every one of us. That's the republicanism between each and every one of us, and we stand for a fair, free and just Ireland, in the same words that Liam Lynch said: Biggie Lynch, sue us on Republic, agus go maha go to Carja. If you would all like to stand for our own Naveen, Damon Fogarty will be singing. And just before I say it, there's one person I've neglected to mention that I have to. Mr. Liam Walsh from Carrick-on-Shore, thank you so much for everything you've done. We appreciate you. We're so happy that you're with us today. And after years of the stewardship of Tipperary Sinn Féin, we thank you so much for everything that you've done for all of us here. Thank you so much, Liam.
Gina Licrafol at Alfeal Agaran, Wind or through, Hearting the Roddy Coin, Fay Void Vaser, Shantir or Shake your Fasta, the Oak for Faintir up no Fintroll, and up the Hames of Arnaville, Lagan and Gwil con Bosch no sail, Lagan his great, Fail up the Belair, Shall have Canig,